Hey guys, this is Denisha Barbie. Thank you for tuning back in. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back, and Mother's Day is approaching, so I'm gonna touch on the subject of postpartum depression, something that is I could be transparent that has happened to me. It happens to a lot of us. Really not spoken about in the minority community. So I did want to just touch bases with my ladies about that and get into this look. I'm doing this look with my Juvia's products. I'll list them below. Below. Thank you for watching, and I will let y'all go ahead and watch. Okay, so I've already did my eyebrows with the NYX Studio Gel. Well, what is it? Brow gel. And then I based my eyes with the P. Louise base, and this is in rumor number 2. And I know I only got 2 nails hanging on, but it'll be fixed tomorrow. So we're gonna do a look. Basically, all of the colors I'm gonna use except for one is gonna be out of this palette, the Saharan by Juvia's Place, and then I'm gonna use one color out of the Magic palette by Juvia's. I love Juvia's. These are my, these my partners. They always get you right, and they're affordable. So Mother's Day is coming up, and I wanted to talk about something that has affected me, but it's kind of like not talked about in the minority community, and that's postpartum depression. And while I'm talking, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I'm gonna go in with this color first. It's called Taza. So, after I always had like struggled with some type of form of anxiety. And it's so crazy because I never thought like I had it, because I've always, sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've always been in front of people. Like, I'm not a shy person when it comes to being in front of people, speaking in front of people, dancing in front of people, anything. I was a gymnast for so many years. Like, I never had anxiety with those things, but like little things gave me anxiety. But I didn't know what it was. So once I had my son, like, it was all of these hormones like hit me across the head. And I didn't want to say that I had postpartum, because initially, like, when you hear about postpartum, well, with me, when I heard about postpartum, it was like you wanted to do harm to your kid and all of this crazy stuff. And it's like, no, I don't want to hurt my child. Like, I'm just not feeling like myself. I'm gonna go in with let's do this color. But I didn't want to hurt my child. I didn't want to hurt my child. I didn't want to hurt myself. I didn't want any harm, to be done to anyone. But it was just like, I just didn't feel like myself. Like, I felt like who is this person in this body? It's like I was so used to looking a certain type of way. I was so used to being a certain type of way. And then it was like I wasn't that person anymore. I wasn't that goofy person. I wasn't that laughing person. It was just like everything was just like gray. Like, I was just like if my mood could have been any color, it would have been gray. And I'm like, okay. So I talked to my OB, and I'm like, I've been feeling like this. And she's like, why you didn't say anything sooner? I'm like, because I didn't know what it was. And so she was like, this is something normal for mothers to go through. And she put me on like a medication. So then the medication that they initially put me on, it was like making me feel like a freaking zombie. Like, I was at work. I couldn't focus. Because I was just like zoning out. Like, I wasn't there, and I'm like, I can't feel like this either, you know. So stop taking the medication, um, and just let it just ride out. But it started affecting so many other aspects of my life, like relationship wise, like I'm a very sexual person. Like I couldn't handle, I didn't have a sex drive. Like it was just so weird, and it started to take a toll on the people around me, and it was just like I didn't deal with it properly because I didn't know how to. And I asked my grandmother, like, um you didn't have so many kids, like you never went through this, and she was like, no, I don't think I had time to have that. And I'm like, well, you probably just didn't realize what it was either, because I don't feel like that she understands what the actual postpartum is, and a lot of people don't that are older. And I would say primarily in our community, it is like not talked about. It's like when you have a baby, you're supposed to take care of the baby, you're supposed to, be at home with that baby, you're supposed to do all of these things. But it's like you can't forget about yourself in the process. Just if you aren't taking care of yourself, you can't take care of another human being. I don't care what you say. And a lot of people, a lot of mothers, and we all do this, because I catch myself doing it too. It's like I do this because of my son. Like, no, I do it for myself and for my son. I'm gonna use this palette, and I'm gonna take this little this little purplish blue color right here. Um, but I have to do it for myself and for my son. I can't just leave myself out of the equation anymore. It's because when I'm not good, he's not gonna be good. So just with that, and I went through that postpartum for so many years. It was like I went through it up until my son was like 2 years old. And normally, I don't know if it lasts that long with everybody. Everybody is kind of different depending on what your chemical makeup is about, and your genetics. Like, everybody is definitely different. But I did go through that for like 2 years, and it was just like I wasn't myself. I didn't do things that I enjoyed doing. I was just like in this standstill, and I couldn't just figure out what was like going on with me. And I just poured everything. Like I overcompensated, like with my son, like getting him stuff. Like I still like to. I spoil my son. I like getting him clothes and shoes and spending time with him and watching movies. Like all of that fun stuff of being a mom. Like I did that, but it was just like I wanted to be up underneath him all the time. Like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to, go anywhere. I wanted to just be up underneath my son. And I didn't give any space for myself to kind of just become who I was growing needed to grow to be. Like I didn't. So once I got over it, like I went to start going to therapy, and it kind of shedded light on it. Will not kind of, it shedded light on so many different things. And I'm like, oh wow, so this was okay. It's okay to feel like that. Like I felt like it is something wrong with me. I'm going back in. I'm gonna cut my crease with this P. Louise base. But I thought it was something wrong with me. And then I'm just like, okay, there was something that needed to be addressed, but I just went about it the wrong way. Medicating is like, if you go to the doctor, they're going to initially want to medicate, put you on something, because of course they get paid for putting you on drugs. But it's so many different ways to deal with postpartum. And you should never let anybody tell you that it's not a thing, because I heard that so many times. Like, you just making an excuse because, you feeling a certain type of way. It's like, no, you're not making an excuse. It's really a thing. Your body deals with so much different change. You go through so much different change after you have a child. And people don't understand. And I wish more people would talk about it, because I feel like a lot of people that are in there's a minority, like they have kids, and it's not meant for you to be with the person you have a kid by any means. I feel like co-parenting is an amazing thing. Works for me. But if people understood, like, a lot of situations could be avoided after a child is born, because a lot of couples, they start having problems once the child is actually, into the world. And a child is supposed to make everything better. But when you're not mentally, and you don't understand, when both of y'all don't understand what's going on with yourself, with the other, it's like, that's where problems start to come or whatever. And then it's just, you have to tread lightly when you have postpartum, because anything could set you off. Is just like a whirlwind of emotions that just hit you. But they're okay to feel like that. Like, you just need to start trying to find your peace and talk to, have someone that build a support system, even if you don't have people, because it is hard once sometimes people don't have their parents and don't have, like, I'm lucky enough, I have my grandmother still here. I have a support system when it comes to my son, but it's like some people don't have that. So it's okay to go get help and talk to people and talk to someone professionally that's not on one person's side or not on your side. It's just a third party that can just shed some light on what you're going through. It's like, don't lose yourself just because you had a child. Like, you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. You owe it to yourself to be happy. And a lot of mothers put their self on a back burner to, yes, be, to make their kid happy. But then what's left of you? Because your kid's gonna grow up. Your kid is gonna grow up. Your kid is gonna have their own life, and then life has passed you by, and then you are just, at a standstill. You don't know, because you just been catering to your child, which you always should be present in your child's life, period. But the thing is, you got to be present in your own life too. And that's what I had to come to the conclusion about with myself. Like, I gotta be ready for myself. I gotta be me, and I gotta be happy being me, because if I'm not happy being me, then ain't nobody gonna be happy, period. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this color right here. This little blue color is cute. I'm gonna use this color, and this color. Yeah. Okay, so wait. I had a little, Lord. I hate when I just be doing stuff that's just retarded. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush because I don't know where I did my other brush, but let's hope it works. Hope this works and come out the way I want it to, because at this point I'm just doing something. But like, don't get discouraged if even if you are like a single parent and you have to do stuff by yourself. I mean, still do stuff for you. Don't just every dollar come in your pocket, you just have to you walking around looking like a bum. Like, don't ever look better than your kid though. I don't believe in that. I would rather look like a bum than my kid look like a bum, because half the time I walk around my house looking like a bum. But it's good. He be cute. But just give some time to yourself. Do something for yourself. Like, do something for yourself. Whether it's getting your hair done, or whether it's, buying you, my allergies are killing me. Whether it's like buying you, just a cheap dress out of Ross or something. Like, give yourself some you time, and get back to yourself. Learn who the person who you want to be. Teach yourself things. Like, you have to be right mentally, and take care of yourself too, because I feel like a lot of people expect for mothers to just kid and that's it. Like, you're not supposed to have no life, you're not supposed to do anything, you're supposed to be with your kid 24/7. Like, yes, be a mother, be a present parent, be a good parent, but also be a good person to yourself too. Treat yourself correctly, because if you're not treating yourself right, who is going to treat you right? If you over there dogging yourself out, who's going to treat you right? Nobody. Nobody's going to treat you right, because you haven't set that expectation, because you ain't doing it yourself. So I'm going to I had to learn that. Took me a while though, but I had to learn it. When once I got it, I got it. But it's no shame into admitting, like, okay, it's something not right. And try to make, and if you are with somebody, try to make them understand exactly, where you're coming from. Like, try to make them understand if they need to go and to, understand it, or they need to talk to someone too, so they can get it, because men don't get what we go through, just like we don't get what men are going through. We all fight silent battles, and one makeup is not the same as the other. Like, we are not gonna think how a man thinks. Even though a lot of girls be like, I act like a boy, okay, that's cool or whatever. You might have like a little bit more testosterone in your blood, but you are not a man, you are a woman, and you cannot do the same things that men do. Period. And I don't care. I will argue with somebody about that. So, but if you are with somebody, you want them to understand that it's like, not trying to say like it's not you, it's me, but like it's really when you are with someone, it's both of y'all. But you got to get you together first. You cannot be into no type of situationship, relationship, marriage, anything, and you are not right. You got to get your mind right. So I'm trying to blend all of this in, because it's kind of coming out how I wanted it to come. I think I'm doing okay, y'all. Okay. And put my eyeliner on. And like, I like the under eye look, but every time I do that, I be poking myself in the eye. It's like I could do other people's under eye, but me, I don't know what be going on with me. What be going on? But I feel like even if I don't be getting nothing for Mother's Day, it's cool though. But I'm gonna buy myself something. I get myself something every year. I get myself something all the time. I don't care what it is. And don't say, when people say Happy Father's Day to me and you're a girl, no, you're not a father. You are a mother, and you just have to not playing a part of two parents. You just are doing what you gotta do. Because you are not, you can't take that role as a father if you're a mother. Just like a man can't take that role as a mother and they're a father. Because there's single dads out there. But they can't teach their kids motherly love, just like we can't teach our kids fatherly love. Like, no, you can't do that. No, don't come with that when Father's Day come around, y'all. Because that is going to be so annoying. Okay. Got my eyeliner on. So now I'm going to go into this Wet Wow matte stick. I just got this. I kind of like it. I like it. I used it before. And ooh, my big bow head. I feel like this summer I'm gonna be on some, okay. My thing just kind of broke. I don't know how I did that, but whatever. That was just super freaking awkward. Um, this summer I'm gonna be like warm outside. Like I'm not gonna be like outside because there's so much stuff happening in this city, in Kansas City. And I have a lot of things that I'm working on, so I kind of gotta stay focused. And I'm just doing this with my beauty blender. Put this on. I need to buy some more pore filler, y'all, but this looks really good. Really good. And then I'm going to use my medium sand e.l.f. 16-hour camo to conceal. I like doing it now. I don't know why, but I don't want just like a light glob in the center of my head. But I did just want to bring some awareness to, you know, the topic of postpartum, because, you know, it is something. It's a very serious thing. It's a struggle, but it's also like sometimes a silent struggle that people go through, and they don't have anyone to talk about it. Is because some people believe that it's not a thing, and some people believe, you know, like only certain races get it. Like you can't get it because you black or you Hispanic or whatever, but you can get it. It's for anybody, period. I'm gonna bake. I don't normally bake, but I'm gonna bake today. Bake that part, but okay. So we're gonna do nose, the little angle brush, and the Cimarron or Cameroon or whatever the hell it's called by Juvia's Place. And so my nose contour. Okay. like everybody is different, but like I know a lot of the healing process and anything you're going through is just like getting back to your core, like what makes you happy. Like even if you gotta sit down and write it out, like write it down, what makes you happy. Like what do you want what do you want to achieve to be fully, you know, to be reach your full potential, to be happy, to say like you made it. And everybody's list does not look the same. Like if you want to education, or you want to do this, or you want to do that, like just because people start businesses, like some people are entrepreneurs and some people are not, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're not driven, or you know you won't ever amount. I'm gonna dust this out, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna, you know, not do as good as others because you don't want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody is not. Is That's why there's was chiefs and they were Indians. Like, and not saying that an entrepreneur is better than a working person, because they're not. It's just to each his own. But you want to get into who you are as a person, what makes you happy, what type of crowd you want to be in. It's okay to grow. It's okay to feel different. It's okay to explore different things, and without you having to worry about other people's, you know, judgment, what you're going through. And I mean, it's so many different, like, it's so many different things in the world to even that are services, especially because of COVID. I'm going to go in with this bronzer, and this is by Clean Color, I want to say, yeah. But especially because of COVID, it was like, if you want to, one thing too, is like, parent groups. It's a app called Meetup, and then you can subscribe to like parent groups in your area, and put your zip code in, and then you can join like groups, and you know, meet other parents in there, meet other mothers. You can go on Eventbrite, and they have free webinars and stuff like that for, you know, anything like business wise, or any type of skill you want to learn, or you know, it's so many different resources out there, and people be sleep on it. I'm gonna use my little broken blush thing, and I'm gonna get this color right here for my blush. I gotta do better for this blush, y'all, because this is just like a purity struggle. I would want to have the hiccups. I ain't grew since the 4th grade and had the hiccups. That's just disrespectful. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Precious Petals by Wet n Wild for my highlights. Yes, I like this a lot. And I'm going to spray it with some fixing spray. I like how this came out. It's really cute. So, I think I'm just going to do this video and I'm going to just, you know, upload everything. I suck at editing videos. Okay. And I do want to take my brush and kind of like do a brow bone highlight. I like doing that sometimes, you know, but this look can use it. It can use it. You know, it can use that brow bone highlight. Okay, got that done. Okay, let me do my lips, and I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my eyelashes. So this is the, you know, my vibe, Ruby Kisses little lip pencil. I just broke it. That's weak. I'm weak. I want to do like a nude lip with this. Okay. And this is a Chauffeur, and this is by Makeup Revolution lipstick. Okay, so let me do my lashes and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, got my lashes on. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with my two fixing sprays. This is for oil control, Makeup Revolution. Oh yeah, Makeup Revolution. So I won't be oily. And then this is the Maybelline Lasting Fix for up to 16-hour wear. And and we are done. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in another video.